Hey there everyone, and welcome to another Project Plex video. Now I know it's been a very long time since I've made a video on this channel, and yeah, I apologize for that, but I am back. Not sure how long I'll be back, but today is the launch of the Plex pre-alpha, and since that is the case, I felt like showing off hacking. So, we're in the desktop right now. First things first, the new app launch here. It is slightly redesigned from my previous videos. Everything is categorized and the menu looks better, so that's cool. File skimmer has been rewritten a bit. The user interface is the same, but the backend is rewritten. Because files are now stored on the server instead of on the client. Now, currently it's a bit slow. We are working on writing a faster solution. Rogue AI is working on an implementation of FAT, aka File Allocation Table, called PlexFat, and that'll be what'll be used on the server side for file storage. But as you can see, we can browse our files. We can go to pictures, there's nothing there. We can go to etc. Plexgate, and we can see our current skin. So that's cool. And there are system sounds in the game. That probably echoed because I don't have headphones. Anyway, so now hacking. Let's go to terminal. And first things first, I'm going to dump us into text mode because I'm not dealing with a window this small. So this is text mode, a new feature I've implemented that allows you to run a terminal in full screen, much like you would in ShiftOS before you get the window monitor upgrades. Anyway, what we need to do for hacking is, well, we're going to steal some cache. But first we need to find the system that we want to steal cache from. So we will do that using the network command, which will open up a program. And this is the network screen. And as you can see, there are a lot of networks we can choose from. There's, I believe, 40 of them. I'm not sure. Actually, no, that's wrong. There's only 26 networks and it's 40 systems per rank, that's what I meant. But there are a lot of networks we can choose from. The one in the direct middle of the screen is, well, you can't hack it. Yeah, you can't hack the main subnet, but you can hack all the other ones, and yeah. So so a subnet, if it's the further away it is from the main subnet, the more devices and more higher ranked devices there will be on it. So let's go to the Lima subnet. And if we click it, it'll become in focus. In future, there will be user interface options for it. Now, let's click it again to open the network. And this is the subnet view, and in the middle of every subnet there's a router. In this case it is lima.victor A4, no, A6. But we want to find either a computer or a mobile. And guess what? We found a mobile. So if we click it, we can see it. I do believe that is lima.lima N7. So take note of that. That's our system address. Now, next thing we want to do is we want to brute force the password if possible, and we can do that by doing pbrute lima.lima and 7. If I memorize that, that is insane. So hit enter, and oh, error, syntax error. Oh, or no, system not found. So I did screw it up. I entered an incorrect value. Great. Was it M7? Yes, it was. Now what'll happen is it will try to brute force the password, but the longer the password, the more difficult it is to brute force. So this password is 16 characters long, and it has failed trying to brute force the second character. So you basically have to keep trying until you get it. I know, it's not very game-like. This is a pre-alpha, there's not a lot of features that I can take advantage of. And so close. But yeah, there's not a lot of features server-side that I can take advantage of, and this is purely server-side, this pbrute application. It is not client-side. So I am literally only able to use server-side APIs to write it. In fact, all of the hacking commands are server-side, not client-side. This is a really difficult system to read. We're getting ever so closer. This worked perfectly before I started recording. Like, this always happens. I swear it happens to Danilocked1, Drago1, and pretty much everyone else who does on-the-fly videos. Like, even if you test things before the video, they always seem to break as soon as you start recording. And that is really annoying. And I am catching wind of that. Finally, we got it. Alright. It has almost broken. So that is a long password that I'm not going to be able to read. I'll be fine. Alright, so the next thing we need to do is connect to the system. Because we now have a username and a password. Although the user interface is going to be quite laggy because this terminal log is insane. So if we specify the system address to the connect command, we get a list of open ports. And as you can see, secure shell, well, secure-ish shell, or shell, is open on port 22. So if we tell it to use port 22, and we specify our username with the U argument, and our password with the P argument, the password being open parenthesis, I think, yep. Oh, whoops. E equals... This is such a weird these are just like the passwords I use in real life, except way shorter. And of course, there's no copy-paste in the pre-alpha, so good luck. S U The fact I'm able to read that at all is a miracle. Alright, so let's connect. and it is connecting. It'll take a bit. Access denied, authentication required. Well, that's weird. I'm pretty sure I authenticated correctly. I'm going to need to zoom this in. You guys won't see me zoom it in, but I will. Because I can't read that. Was it an uppercase W? Oh, I see what I did wrong. I see what I did wrong. I did in fact get the password incorrect. Where I entered that one U, it is supposed to be a W. Again, super laggy user interface. Alright, connecting. Connection successful. Now, it said connection successful, but my command shell still says I'm connected to my local system. Do not worry, that is a bug. You are in fact connected to the remote system. So if we type status, we can see the cache that this system has. And as you can see, it's got almost $8,000 on it. So if we if we can type send cache, and in double quotes we type alpha.kilo x0, specifying that that is our system address we want to send to, and then we append the cache argument to the end of that. We can specify a cache value in cents, and it'll send that amount of money to our system. So 787.8 point, or not point, 42, and that'll send all this system's money to my system. We can't type clear in an SSH, I forgot. So to exit the system, we go exit, and it'll disconnect. And now we can run clear, and it clears our screen. Which is good, because I'm sure my CPU really appreciates that now. Given that it is now running at a full, smooth frame rate, kind of. Not really when I do backspace, but that's because it's doing server-side stuff. Anyway, if we look in our status, on our system we now have that amount of cache from that system. So, yeah, that is hacking in the pre-alpha. You can now steal people's cache, and this works for both NPCs and players, as long as the system is a computer or a mobile device. That cache is yours. Anyway, I will see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching.